Well, I took the Grand Marquis up to Wisconsin this weekend. We averaged about 24 miles to the gallon all the way up there. 23 and a half, 24 miles to the gallon back. Fuel up there in Wisconsin, it's kind of weird because the further north you'd go, you'd see it go from 569, then you go another 30 minutes north, and then it would go 525, and then you get up on the Wisconsin border, and then it's like 501, and then you get into Wisconsin, and it's like immediately down to 475. And then you get further up another hour and a half, and fuel 440. So I paid, I think, 440 a gallon or 439 a gallon when I was up there. And the Grand Marquis ran great. It absolutely ran great. I can tell these Mustang rims that I have on this car, it ain't liking it. There's one of the rims you can tell there's a little shimmy in. It's just got a little hitch to it on the balancing, and yeah, I'm gonna have to get these Mustang rims off of here and put the factory ones back on it, or figure out what's wrong. Something's wrong with one of these rims, and I knew something was wrong with one of these rims before because when they balanced it, one of them came out. All the rims, 3 of them came out, almost perfect, within a half ounce or an ounce or whatever. They balance real easy, but one of them came out like almost 3.5, 4 ounces. And then you break the tire down, you spin it a little bit, see if you can get it to rebalance, and same thing. So one of the rims is definitely, I think it's the back left one is where we have it right now. So one of these rims, there's something wrong with that wasn't wrong with it before. And all I did was just store it in the Dodge. I just opened the Dodge and put all 4 tires in the back seat. And it's not like I stored them on hard ground or anything like that. It was on that soft seat. But for some reason, one of the rims, you can tell about 70, 71 mile an hour, 72 mile an hour. It's got just a little bit of a shimmy to it that even when you balance it out with weights, it doesn't completely go away. So I'm going to have to hurry up and get those factory rims refinished on the Grand Marquis and get some good rubber put on it. In the meantime, I may take Nathan's rims that he sold me with the Blizzaks. I may take those off and put them on here. I'm not sure exactly how. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. The car ran great with me by myself on the interstate. It gets upwards of 26 and a half, 27 miles to the gallon with the AC on. But when you got a dog in here, a little one in here, another adult in here, and then you get luggage in the back, it's down to 24-ish, which ain't bad for a V8. And she ran great all the way up there and all the way back. She ain't no town car, that's for sure. And, I love driving the town car more than I like driving this car. And the town car, it's got more pep in its step because of the gearing and the programming with the transmission and stuff, and the Roush exhaust and all that. It just makes the experience, pretty neat. The family said that they feel like the town car has more room inside. It was, even though there's plenty of room in here, the town car seems to be a little bit more spacious and a little bit more comfortable on the expressway and just driving around and stuff in general. It's a more pleasant experience. I like the Grand Marquis because it looks a little sportier and just nothing's been done to it. It's all factory, so it's super quiet. There's no drone from the exhaust or anything like that, and it looks like some old man driving it, right? And then you get out and you're like, well, that's not an old man. It's a stud, me. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Tried doing some fishing. I went out and bought some fishing poles. It's been years. I don't even have any fishing poles. I always use Papa's when we go up there. Don't use. I never had a reason. Like the last 6-7 years. I got rid of all my poles and everything. But I've been fishing so much lately. I said, I need to go out and buy some poles. So I went out and bought a Quantum bait caster. I like that. It takes some getting used to. That's a little different fishing with one of those poles. And then I ended up picking up a Zebco open face and a ugly stick open face. I didn't go for crazy expensive ones, but I also didn't go with real cheap ones either. And I picked up some 8 and 14 pound line, and I got a bunch of different bait, or I got a bunch of different tackle, and I'm looking at all these tackle boxes and stuff at Fleet Farm, and I'm like, man, this is kind of like overwhelming. I don't want to open or carry a pouch around that's got 3 or 4 different trays and stuff in it, and then you got to pull a tray out and open it up, pull another one out, open it up, and they all slide down in sections in this. I'm not doing that. I just want an old school $20 tackle box, and right up on the shelf, right up the top, $19.99. Is this 3-level? You know, open the top and then pull out, and then you got bing, bing, bing right there, all in front of you, and then the open bottom. Just an old school regular. I was looking for a metal one. I couldn't get it. I couldn't find a metal one there, but they did have a nice plastic one for like 20 bucks. I said, that's what I want. I don't want all this fancy stuff like it's a fashion statement, like I'm trying to carry a satchel of fishing tackle around. Just give me a regular old school tackle box. And that's what I went out with. But I didn't really do any fishing when we were there until about 5 or 6 hours before we left. I threw some stuff out there because nothing was. The storm came in, so it was raining real bad. So you weren't hitting any bass or sturgeon or walleye or anything like that. So I threw out with some treated shad and some catfish, and I just let it kind of float at the bottom, trying to see if I can pick up anything. Nothing would bite. Nothing was doing anything. So I said, you know what, I don't like fishing with fake bait anyway. I like fishing with chicken liver in pantyhose if I'm gonna catfish, or head-on shrimp. Squeeze the head juice all over the body of the tail. Cast that out there, and normally catch some pretty good catfish with it. But it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't pop in for me. So I put everything away last night, and then we, about another hour and a half later, headed home. Coming home, we left the little one with Grandma. She wanted to come home with Grandma today, so we it's just me, her, the dog, and same fuel mileage. You know, all the way back, nice, smooth, easy drive, no problem. Set it at about 74, 75 mile an hour and just cruise. She ran good, but I definitely prefer the town car over the Grand Marquis by far. Grand Marquis is nice, but the town car is my ride. So over here, over the next couple of days, I'm going to get this all cleaned back up, get the town car pulled out, and I'm going to put the Grand Marquis away and probably just pull it out on the weekends, because I'd much rather drive the town car than the Grand Marquis. That's for sure. Alright guys, that's the update on the type of fuel mileage this thing's getting. It's getting, you know, on the expressway, fully loaded, about 24 miles to the gallon with just me in it, 26 and a half, 27 miles to the gallon. So that's where we're at with that. Y'all take care. Be blessed.